This video is for all the male to female trans community. You keep on being the best female version of yourself that you can be. I used to be the kind of guy who thought he had it all figured out. 25, loudmouthed, full of himself. I mocked the things I didn't understand, pushed boundaries, crossed lines. That's what I did the night I met her, the witch. She was sitting alone at a bar in Salem, cloaked in mystery, with an energy that made the air hum. People avoided her. I didn't. I walked up, smirked, and said something I'll never forget, because it changed my life forever. "Hey, sweetheart, what's a freak like you doing here? Casting love spells for desperate losers?" She didn't flinch. Her eyes met mine, calm and timeless. She took a sip of her drink and whispered, "You think you're immune to change, don't you?" I scoffed. "Lady, I am who I am. Wouldn't trade this life for anything, especially not yours." She smiled. Cold, knowing. "Then let me give you a different one. One you'll never forget. That night, my transformation began. The curse awakens." It started with heat, not like a fever worse. Like my skin was burning from the inside out. I stumbled to the bathroom, clutching the sink as I watched my reflection twitch and ripple. My skin lightened, softened, smoothed. Hair vanished where I'd shaved that morning, and in its place was this unblemished, velvety texture. My fingers trembled as I touched my arms. They felt foreign, delicate. Then the real pain began. My bones shifted, popped, ached. My waist caved inward as my ribs narrowed. My hips widened with a grinding tension. I dropped to my knees, crying out, my voice already cracking higher, softer. My skull prickled with strange static. I felt it, the pull in my scalp. My hair was growing fast, tickling my shoulders, then my back. Silky strands spilling everywhere. I clutched it in horror, then awe. When I looked up again, my jaw had shrunk, my cheekbones risen. My nose refined itself into something dainty, unfamiliar. My lips puffed up, fuller, redder. It was like my face had been rewritten while I watched, helpless. Then came the chest. I felt pressure tight and building. Two masses swelled beneath my shirt. Slowly, tenderly, they inflated into full, round breasts. I gasped, arching back, the sensation dizzying and foreign. My nipples were so sensitive I whimpered from the contact of air alone, and then down below. It was like being unraveled. I felt my manhood retracting, folding, being reshaped. Pressure turned to a pulse. Pulse to heat, until all that remained was the warmth between my thighs, soft, empty, waiting. Becoming her, when it was over, I lay on the floor sweating, trembling, weeping. I was naked, curled up, barely able to move. I had a woman's body. That night, I climbed into bed with shaky legs. My breasts shifted against the sheets. My long hair fanned across the pillow. I cried myself to sleep, my hand pressed between my thighs, terrified of what I'd become. The next morning, I sat up slowly, the sun touching my bare skin. I looked down and saw them, my breasts, real, soft, full. I reached out and cupped them. I couldn't stop myself. They were warm and heavy in my hands, sending shivers through me. I trailed my fingers lower, and when I touched my new sex tentative, curious, I gasped. The sensation was electric. The week that changed me every hour brought something new. I had to start wearing brass. I hated them at first, tight, confining, but slowly I began to appreciate the way they supported me, shaped me. Then came lingerie, satin, lace, thongs. I never would have worn anything like that before. But now I couldn't get enough. I looked in the mirror and actually felt beautiful. Sleeping in lingerie became comforting. Feminine. I was different, soft, desirable. I boxed up my old clothes, jeans that no longer fit, shirts too broad for my frame. Replaced them with dresses, skirts, leggings, cute tops. Things that showed off my new curves. And then my period hit. It was a shock. the cramps, the heaviness, the mood swings. But it was also a connection to womanhood, to something primal and ancient. When I had my first female orgasm, it was like nothing I'd ever experienced. Deep, full body, emotional. I cried when it ended, not from sadness, but from release. Accepting her by the end of the month, I didn't just tolerate this new life. I embraced it. I loved the way men looked at me, the way I moved, the power in my hips, my smile. I started dating slowly, nervously at first. But then came one man, kind and gentle, who made me feel seen. The first time we had sex, I was terrified. But he was patient, loving. He made me feel like I wasn't broken. And for the first time, I wanted it. I craved it. I climaxed with him inside me, and I sobbed into his chest afterward. When he proposed a year later, I said yes. On our wedding day, I wore ivory lace. My dress hugged my body like it was made just for me. Off-shoulder, mermaid cut, long train. I felt radiant. When I found out I was pregnant, I laughed and cried for hours. May pregnant. Carrying our daughter was exhausting and beautiful. My belly grew round and proud. I sang to her every night. And when I gave birth, when I held her in my arms, I knew. This is who I was meant to be. Full circle years later, I saw her again, the witch. She stood by a tree in the same park I took my daughter to. I walked up slowly, tears in my eyes. "Thank you," I said. "You gave me everything I didn't know I needed." She tilted her head, amused. "Do you still think it was a curse?" I shook my head. No, it was a gift. "You have a mother who gave me a second life." She smiled, and in a blink was gone. But I felt her presence still, watching, guiding. I'm a woman, a wife, a mother. And I love every moment of this beautiful, enchanted life. I would never go back. Not for anything. If you like this video, hit that like and subscribe button. If you want more videos like this one, mention it in the comment section down below.